It was good, guys, coming in the year. Today we have a special episode. So I've been talking about the very first computer I had in my life, and you know what? Here it is. So without further ado, let's actually start. And here it is. So let's have a look. This computer, when I was just born, my dad started assembling this computer by himself, absolutely from scratch. Okay, so we get some light here, and now my dad will demonstrate what does it consist of, basically. So let's have a look.
То є процесор Zilog Z80.
Okay, so here is the CPU, Zilog Z80, the heart of the entire computer.
Пам'ять постійна.
These two chips are RAM, so I guess the basic is actually been in there.
Пам'ять оперативна.
And this is the RAM, so there was...
Перша і друга, дві частини.
So it consists of two parts and 48K for both.
Оце то, що можна назвати відеокартою.
This is treated to be a sort of a video card of some point.
Оце є блок живлення. Блок живлення не імпульсний, але досить впевнено виконує свої задачі, скажімо так.
And this is the power supply. It's not an impulse one, but it works quite nicely.
Оце є комутатор, який свого часу дозволяв підключати до 4 аналогових магнітофонів.
This device here is something that allowed to connect this computer to up to 5 tapes. I'm not sure why exactly that is needed, but anyway.
І останнє це, можна так назвати, звукова карта.
And finally we got a sort of a sound card here.
І оце input-output system, то що можна буде вводити чи виводити інформацію з того комп'ютера.
And here is the input and output system to interact with the outer world, basically. So, just hold on a second, ask whether it's about the keyboard and the save. Це є для клавіатури і для магнітофону?
Ні, зараз я покажу. Дивись. До речі, ось це коннектор для клавіатури.
So here we have, so here we can connect the keyboard. This one or this?
Yes. Ні. Це
оцей для клавіатури.
Клавіатура,
це для джойстика.
Кейборд, це джойстик.
Okay, so this is the keyboard, and here you could plug in the joystick.
І 4 клавіші для 4 магнітофонів.
And 4 keys to work with 4 tapes on your choice.
Кнопка reset.
This is the reset button.
І включення живлення.
And powering up this.
For lock під замком.
So the idea was that someone who doesn't have a key could actually power up the computer. And the problem is that we actually lost that key, so we now need to think how to actually turn this on. But anyways.
Это сделано в 1990 году.
This computer is produced in 1990. So it's how much? How old is it?
30 років, 32 роки.
So it's 32 years old, and I'm скільки мені років?
Тобі 34.
And I'm 34. Yeah, my mother knows how old I am. I forgot already. Okay, so this computer is always like of my age. So let's have a look what we can do with this. Okay, so the good news is that the power cable is actually available. So it's still there. But we got a problem. So the problem is that here, if you carefully have a look, so just to demonstrate, see, like, it's a lock. So this is the most hardcore login system you could have ever imagined, basically. So yeah, there was no things like login back in the day, but if you don't have a key, that you can actually power up the entire computer. So just to give you an idea of what am I talking about, so here in particular, there is a button. I don't know if you can see this. It's right over in there. Батько, ти можеш ткнути, будь ласка, отуди, де в нього той. Стривай, не відмикай, покажи, де кнопка в нього.
Ось вона.
So here is the
Ось
button.
товкач, який підтримує отой контакт.
So this push then actually holds the contact, and in order to make it work, in order to power it up, we need to make this metal part pull off.
Ключа в нас немає.
And obviously we lost the key because it's been like 30 years already. So we'll now try to pull this metal thing out in order to actually make it power up. And here is the moment of truth. Okay. Can you believe this? So this would now... Okay. Yeah, the button has been released here. So where's my lantern? You see, like, yeah. Now I can click. You probably don't see this, but at least you can hear this click. So it was holding like this, and now once we released, so it should power up. Okay, so with my hands shivering, I will now try to power it up. So I hope the smoke won't come out after. Anyways,
Це реально.
oh, it works. So now all we need is to connect this to some sort of a display and see if the video is still alive or
Я
not.
можу сказати, що не пішов дим звідкіля.
My father is very happy that the smoke is not coming out, but I already mentioned that. So, anyways, now my dad will demonstrate the video outputs available here. So it's quite a lot here, and I have no idea what this basically is all about. So, батько, будь ласка, покажи, що до чого тут.
Так, до речі, що ми маємо на цей час? По-перше, оце ми маємо чистий відеосигнал.
Here we have a pure video signal. I don't understand what it means. Що це означає?
Це означає, що ми маємо чорно-біле зображення з усіма розгортками.
This means that we have the black and white image. Well, I guess grayscale. And there I can't translate further because I'm not sure what it means.
3 розйоми знизу – це 3 магнітофони, які можна під'єднати до цього комп'ютера.
Okay, so these 3 guys, you can connect the tapes, so up to 3 tapes here.
Це має бути розйом, у якому, скажімо так, є 3 кольорових сигнали.
So here we have 3 color signals at some point.
Плюс усі розгортки. Але його, скажімо так, як би це мовити, компоновка розйомів, я не можу сказати, яка вона, бо я не пам'ятаю.
Okay, so the problem with this guy is that my dad doesn't actually remember...
Тут 3 кольори, red, green...
Добре, зараз я перекладу. So here we have 3 colors, the red, green, and blue ones. But unfortunately, since it's been like a very long time ago, my dad doesn't really remember how exactly what the schema was. And it's not really that trivial to, well, probably could have dived in there and see, or maybe what trial and error.
Що значить оцей розйом? Я просто не пам'ятаю.
Стривай. So we're not going to be doing this with a color signal, but instead we'll use this one. And also because it's a real challenge to find the proper display for this. So we're going to be sticking to this black and white one. And from what I remember when I was a kid, I don't even remember, to be honest, the color one. So I've been kind of working with black and white, let's say. So, well, for me personally, ZX Spectrum is always about the black and white image. So maybe not like that for you guys, but for me that was the case. And as for this one, he doesn't even remember what this does. Okay, so now we need to find a proper display.
Можу розповісти про це.
Okay, so we got another part here. So давай, розповідай.
То є так, дуже просто. 1, 2, 3, 3 розйоми, які до цього пристрою можна приєднувати звичайні пристрої, які мають живлення 220 вольт. По-друге,
це трійник є?
То є так, саме трійник. По-друге, оце це 2 виходи на 5 вольт для будь-яких інших пристроїв. Це два запобіжника, які, що вони роблять? Один 5 вольт, другий 220 вольт. Що робить оцей тумблер? Я не пам'ятаю.
Okay, so here you can power up 220 volts, which is standard for the location where we live. So up to 3 ones. And here you can power up 5 volts. And this, guys, so this one is if something goes wrong with the 5 volts, and this one we just pull off if something goes wrong with 220 volts. And my dad doesn't remember what this guy does, so what this switch does. Okay, so now hopefully we can start looking.
Але все це працює.
And he says that this works. Well, until I can see the image on a screen, I don't believe that really. But so the next thing to consider, we need to find a proper video display to connect this computer to. So I'll now we will start searching for this. So I'll be asking my dad whether the display works or not, because I have no idea which one we need. Okay, батько, то до чого ми з тобою його приєднаємо? Може, до цього приєднаємо?
До цього легкою кров'ю не вийде.
Okay, so this is not possible that easily. Okay. So maybe this one. Як щодо цього?
До цього більш можливо, але це теж не так дуже просто, тому що в нього немає входу, як би це сказати, просто відео, у нього є RGB відокремлено. Можливо, це можливо, але я не готов сказати, як це зробити зараз.
This guy doesn't have the separate video input, only the RGB one. Вони ж VGA обидва, так?
Ні, тут VGA нема про що казати, як зовсім. Тут VGA, RGB це чисто телевізійні формати.
One important detail. So my dad says it works as an RGB, as a pure TV format. Well, I'm a complete noob in electronics, so I have no idea what that means really. But the VGA, either for this one or for this one, is not going to be working. So we need to find sort of a direct way to plug it in. Okay, so let's try to see if maybe there is some other displays. So maybe this one. Okay, so my dad says this is the same. So let's try to find something else. Okay, so it's another nice place. But I guess all of these monitors... Is my dad connecting to Matrix in this room? I'm really wondering. But I guess this won't work. So at least... maybe this one? I don't know, it's the same. And this? No, it doesn't work. So, maybe we at least can find a proper cable here. Заходь. Я сказав, що ти з цієї кімнати підключаєшся до матриці. My dad just confirmed that he does connect to the matrix from this room, so no bullshit here. Okay, so now he's looking for a cable that can actually work to deliver the video signal.
Легкою кров'ю те, що нам потрібно, ми, скоріш за все, не знайдемо. Треба робити.
My dad says that probably he doesn't have a ready-made cable, which means that you need to solder one.
Ні, нема. Байонету як в принципі.
Okay, so now we're going to be soldering a new one to connect the old computer to some sort of a display. Using this, and do you have a connect? В тебе є той байонет, чи як ти його називаєш?
Ну, знайдемо, якщо треба.
Ну, добре. Okay. We're looking for a connector for another part of the wire. So on the one hand, we have this, and on the other hand, we have this. I have no idea how this is called, but anyways. So now we need to connect them somehow.
То є байонет. Можеш це все. Так, до речі, спочатку треба одягнути цю маячню. Так просто вона не надягається, але ми зараз її надягнемо.
Nothing much to comment here. Just whatever happens, basically.
Ось воно так. Так, потрогаємо. Не хоче. Ми її вкоротимо.
My heart sinks when he takes the cutter.
Ще трохи. Я просто не пам'ятаю вже скільки потрібно, бо я це робив останні 20 років тому.
Since my dad did something similar around 20 years ago, he doesn't remember the exact length of
Ще трішечки.
how much to leave this wire, how much to cut this wire basically. Doesn't remember how long it should be, since it was a really long time ago. And fixing it up. То його і паяти не треба.
Ні. Це зроблено так, щоб паяти не треба було.
What is surprising here is that I thought that some soldering would be involved here, but actually it's not. So you can just push it in and be happy with that. Guys, can you believe this? We just found a key that was intended to open the power supply to make it work. So here is the key. Although we don't need this. So this is why they draw the key when you're trying to log into your account. So I really want to show you this. It's like, okay, so I log this, and it's like starting the car at some point. Okay, yes. So the key was inside.
30 років.
30 years. Okay. So the cable is now working, so all we need to find is the TV. So maybe this one. Батько, то цей буде працювати чи ні?
Ну, легкою кров'ю ні.
Okay, this is not on the cars as well, so let's keep searching. Oh, I found another TV. So, батько, може цей буде працювати? Ні?
Теж ні.
Okay, this won't work. The same reason. Okay. So there's another place where we can start looking for. Hopefully that's probably the last one. Maybe this one? Probably not. That's the same.
Oh, that's all right.
Oh my goodness!
Знайшли те, що потрібно.
My dad says that we just found what we're looking for. And yeah, it's not seen on the camera, but it's not LCD screen. It's kind of big box there.
Ось. Ні.
Okay, I guess.
It's a fuck. Yeah.
Батько, що ти? Що ти кажеш? Okay, so plugging in. I swear we didn't try this before, so we have no idea whether this works or not. So here we have... стривай, не вмикай. So here we have the computer being powered up, and now my dad turns on the TV. Will we see the border? So one of the major problems was with the built-in power supply, which is currently dead, and we're using another 5-volt power supply from another very old computer, no idea from which one in particular, but anyways, so now the power comes here and just power up the entire computer. And good news is that we already see something on the screen. It's not much, and if I then now push this on the CPU, then it even loads. You probably don't see this, but well, so still need to work around a little bit. Okay, so here is the final setup. We switched the TV to this one, and here the picture is really fantastic. Що ти кажеш?
HT2, 90 HT2.
So батько, my father is trying to read this line here. So now the ROM is working. So the problem was the CPU. We need to push this a little bit because the lag's working. Not perfectly fixed, and well, the previous fix was just to hold the CPU with a finger and then it was working. But yeah, now it seems to be working even without this. So here is the keyboard, and this is the keyboard that my dad did on his own, and my grandfather actually drawn this schema on like how the keys are mapped into whatever they should be, and this is what's going on from the behind. So this was a calculator. And we just took the buttons from it and made a keyboard. So it's 40 keys here. So let's reset the system, and I reset here, and okay. Покажи, як він reset робить. This is what happens when I reset the system. And from now on, I can actually start entering some basic code. So let's say 10 space print quote. Sorry for talking so slow because the layout of the keyboard is something I'm not used to completely. But anyways, as the proof of concept, it should be working. So hello. Okay, and hit enter. Okay, we got a line, and now to run this, well, we could have run without putting the line number. But anyways, so let's try to run the program, and we got our very first Hello World program on ZX Spectrum, which is 30 years old. This is it from my side, guys. Thanks for watching. Until next time, and take care.